Good morning, grade 2. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Are you ready for our reading lesson today? So pay attention and listen carefully, please. Today is Wednesday, 15th of April, 2020. The title of our story is Red, White, and Blue, the story of the American flag. Our story is about the American flag history. Now, the author is John Herman. The genre is informational text, and the skill is author's purpose. Now, let's make a brief review for the genre. We said that the genre is informational text, right? What is the informational text? An informational text gives facts about real people, places, or events that reflect history or traditions of communities. Okay, so it gives facts about the topic. It gives facts about the topic. Okay? Now, let's watch this video.
Informational texts include books and other types of texts that are about real life. They contain facts and true information. In other words, informational texts do not have made-up or imaginary stories. Informational texts teach you about real things. You can find informational texts about many topics. When you have finished reading an informational text, you can show what you have learned by answering questions about what you read. Listen to the informational text titled Parts of a Plant. Pay close attention to what real-life topic is discussed in the text. Look for facts as you listen and read along. Parts of a plant. There are 4 main parts of a plant: the roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Each part does an important job that helps the plant survive. Roots grow into the ground. They hold the plant in place. Roots also soak up water and nutrients from the ground. Nutrients are healthy materials that help the plant grow. The stems take water and nutrients from the roots and carry them to other parts of the plant. Plant stems also hold the leaves and flowers up as they grow toward the sunlight. Leaves take in the sunlight and air. The plant needs both of these to live. The leaf is where water, sunlight, and gases from the air are turned into food for the plant. Leaves are found in many shapes and sizes. The flower is where seeds are made. The seeds can be spread to make more plants. Think about what you just read. What was it all about? The topic, or main idea, of this informational text is parts of a plant. Looking at the title is a good way to get a clue about the main idea. What are the 4 parts of a plant that were described in the text? The 4 parts are the roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Do you remember that each part of a plant has an important job? What job do the leaves of a plant have? The leaves take in sunlight and air. They also make food for the plant. One way to show what you have learned from an informational text is to summarize it. To summarize means to give a short description of the important parts of something. In this case, you are describing the important parts of a text. Here is a summary of parts of a plant. Parts of a plant talks about a plant's roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Each part is important because it does a job that keeps the plant alive. Notice that the summary does not give every detail about the job each plant part does. It just gives the main idea of what the whole text is about. The next time you read an informational text, see if you can pick out some of the facts. Next, tell someone else about what you read. Talking about the text will help you understand and remember the information.
Okay, my lovely students, now let's talk about the skill. The skill here is author's purpose. What does it mean? Author's purpose. What does it mean? Author's purpose means a reason. That means, why did the author write this story or write this writing, whatever, what is it? Okay, so why did he write the story? So let's read the question. What is the author's purpose? All authors have a reason or purpose for writing. This is what I mean. So the author have a reason. The authors have a reason. Why did he the story? So he has a reason. So all the authors have a reason or purpose for their writings. Okay? The details and information that they present demonstrate their purpose. Now, ask yourself, what does the author want me to learn or think as a result of reading or viewing their work? So think and ask yourself, why did the author write this writing? He wants me what? To learn, or he wants to inform me something, or to persuade something, or to describe something, or maybe to entertain. Okay, so
about the text. Author's purpose is why the author wrote the story. He might have written it to persuade us, inform us, or even just entertain us. We have to look for clues in the story. Author's purpose. I need to ask myself, did the author try to change my opinion? Did the author try to convince me of something? If so, he was trying to persuade me. Author's purpose. Did the author give me facts? Did the author try to teach me something? If so, he was trying to inform me of good information. And lastly, I need to ask, did the author try to make me laugh? Did the author try to tell me a story? If so, he was looking to entertain me. Let's eat pie by looking at the author's purpose in our story.
Created using Powtoon.
So my great students, don't forget the pie. When you see the author's purpose, remember the pie, okay? P is for persuade, I is for inform, and E is for entertain. Got it? Okay, now let's go on and make a brief review for our vocabs. The first vocab we have is America. America. What's the meaning of America? America is the United States of America. It is a country. It is a country. Birthday. What's the meaning of birthday? The day someone was born or something began, usually celebrated yearly. Okay? This is the birthday. Flag. What's the meaning of flag? It is a piece of cloth, usually with square corners, with a picture or a pattern that stands for a place or country. And you have here many flags, okay? And I think all of you know what the flag means. Okay. Freedom. What's the meaning of freedom? It is the condition of not being under someone's control. Okay? Free, okay? freedom, the condition of not being under someone's control. Okay, let's go on. Sailed, sailed. It has two meanings. The first one is moved smoothly like a ship with sails, okay? Or to move quickly, to move quickly. Nicknames. What's the meaning of nicknames? Names used instead of real names, okay? For example, if we have Emily, the nickname is M, okay? This is the nickname, okay? So nicknames, names used instead of real names. Stripes. Stripes are long, narrow bands of color, okay? Long, narrow bands of color. Can you see the pictures down? These are the stripes, okay? Now, listen to the last 2 pages in the story.
June 14, 1877, the flag had a birthday, a big one. It was 100 years old. All across the country, people had picnics and parties and parades. June 14th became a holiday, Flag Day. Today, our flag has 50 stars for the 50 United States of America. Some flags are huge. One weighs 500 pounds. It is flown every 4th of July from the George Washington Bridge. The American flag flies in towns and cities from coast to coast. And that's not all. In 1969, 2 American astronauts were the first people ever to land on the moon. The astronauts took lots of moon rocks back to Earth. They also left something on the moon, the stars and stripes. And do you know what? Our flag is still flying there.
Now I will discuss these 2 pages. On 14th of June 1877, the flag was 100 years old, and the people had picnics and parties because this day was the flag birthday. After that, the 14th of June became a holiday. It was called Flag Day. This page also shows that the flag has 50 stars these days, and there is a very huge flag, weighs 500 pounds, and it is flown every Flag Day. Not only this, in 1969, 2 American astronauts were the first people ever to land on the moon and left the stars and stripes on it. Okay, now open your RCV booklet, page 23. Okay, now what is the title of our story? The title? Yes, Red, White and Blue, the story of the American flag. Now the author is John Herman, and the story is the story page is 400. Now, what does the author tell you? What does the author tell you? He tells us a story of the American flag, right? Okay. Why do you think the author tells you that? Why do you think that the author tells you that? Tells you this story, this a story of the American flag. Why do you think he tells you this story about the American flag? To inform us about the flag's history, right? To inform. So why? This is the purpose. Why? The author's purpose, okay? So to inform us about the flag's history. Now, does the author say it clearly? Yes, he does. What would make it clearer? Yes, excellent. The information he gives us. So the information he gives us make the story clearer, right? Now, how would you say it instead? How would you say it instead? The author informs us that the flag may have been first designed by George Washington and Betsy Ross, right? But it has changed over the years, right? It had stripes and stars, and the number of the stars determined the number of states in United States, right? Okay. Now check your answers. Check your answers. Now open your RCV booklet, page 25. The first question is, why do you think the author wrote about the American flag? Why do you think that the author wrote about the American flag? Why? The author wanted to inform readers about the history of the flag. Again, this is the author purpose, okay? Why does the author write about the American flag? To inform the readers about the history of the flag. This is what the author purpose. Now, why did the author show flags from the Revolution on page 405? Why did the author show flags from the Revolution on page 405? Why did he show flags from the Revolution? Because he wanted to show how the flag didn't always look the same, right? He wanted to show how the flag didn't always look the same. Because he wanted to inform us about the history of the flag, so he has to inform us and show how the flag didn't always look the same, right? Okay, now summarize what you have learned about the design of the flag. What you have learned about the design of the flag? We learned that the flag may have been first designed by George Washington and Betsy Ross, but it has changed over the years. And the stars stand for the numbers of the states, and the stripes stand for the 13 original colonies. Okay, this is the summary. Check your answers. Check your answers. Okay, this is what we have for today. Thank you for listening. Now, let's read the story.
Who wants to read? Who's the first reader?